Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. May I introduce myself? My name is Yuwono Wicaksono, and I'm from Department of Political Science from Class B. And please welcome to me, guys. I here is able to tell you a little story of the science. So, what do you know about science, guys? What makes science is so crucial for advancement of our civilization? Or a simple question is, what is science? Okay, so here is the science. The philosophy of science is very important for us, especially for education history, to discuss or explore about the scientific knowledge of nature, methods, and the implication of science. The philosophy of science have delved into a few key areas. The number one is epistemology. This was explore a question that related to knowledge and belief system. In the context of science, it seeks to understand how scientific knowledge is acquired, justified, and tested. The number two is the methodology. The philosophy of science investigate the methods in scientists use together and analyze data, formulate a hypothesis, and develop theories. And examine that strength of limitation of this method, as well as the role of experimentation, observation, and inference. Okay, so that was a few examples for the key areas that philosophy of science to discuss or explore about scientific nature of knowledge. So for the nature of science is may call empirism. Why? Because human nature was say that we won't believe something before we see it, right? So yeah, in here that we discuss is science. That's why we call empirism. So we want to forget the philosophy that rub together with the history. And please thank you for the science about anything invention. And thank you for the anything invention of the philosophy, that knowledge that we got from here. And for data, I got this from the Wikipedia. The philosophy of science was found at 6th before century. That was a long time ago, before we born. Yeah, that's right. And the founding father was Thales from the Greek. And maybe in the written story that we believe is Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. Was the saving ideas for the philosopher until now, the 21st century. And I have a very simple question, or maybe strong question, that why the science must be empirism. Why the science is so important for the fact, the data, and anything, empirism. Why? And maybe you can help me, guys, for answer it, or maybe help me or anything. So the conclusion of this session was philosophy of science is leading us to a great century with the invention for the education history. In example, that we found a methodology for a science that give us a concentrate scientific nature of science. That was also supporting by our human nature that we won't believe something before we see it, right? And that's what we call empirism. Yeah. And I just want to say that now, as we creature being, that we have a belief system as a human nature. I believe that. And at the end, I want to appreciate you guys for having me and listening to my kind of little speech about science. And I want you guys to open your eyes and open your mind in this time for the educational progress for civilization. Thank you for listening to me, guys, and see you in the class. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.